What if your bicycle could go faster than a car? Just imagine it. Imagine pedaling to school and suddenly, whoosh, you're zooming past Ferraris like they're standing still. Sounds like a movie, right? But believe it or not, people actually built these. Crazy, right? Buckle up, because today we're diving into the wild world of the rocket bicycle. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Way back in the early 1900s, people were absolutely obsessed with going faster. Speed was the name of the game. Cars were brand new, planes were just starting to take off, and everyone was looking for the next big thing in travel. Inventors looked at the humble bicycle and thought, hey, this is great, but it's missing something. And that something was rocket power. I mean, why pedal when you can blast off, right? They wanted to break records and show the world that even a bike could be a speed demon. It was a simple idea, really. Strap a rocket to a frame, light the fuse, and hold on for dear life. This was the era of rocket fever. Everyone thought rockets were the answer to everything. People imagined rocket-powered cars, rocket-powered trains, and even rocket-powered postal delivery. Meet Fritz von Opel. In the late 1920s, he was known as Rocket Fritz because of his wild experiments. Fritz wasn't just about bikes. He put rockets on cars, sleds, and even planes. The guy just loved speed. But the rocket bicycle was his most daring project yet. He wanted something light, fast, and totally unique. He worked with brilliant engineers to figure out how to keep a bicycle from literally falling apart. In 1928, the dream became a reality. The Opel Raketenrad was born, and it was a sight to behold. So how did this beast actually work? It wasn't just one rocket, it was a whole pack of them. Fritz used powder rockets, kind of like giant fireworks, but way more powerful and a lot more dangerous. The trick was firing them in sequence. If you fired them all at once, you'd just explode off the starting line. The rider had a small switch on the handlebars to ignite each rocket. Talk about a nervous finger. Think of the thrust like a giant invisible hand pushing you from behind at incredible speeds. And the sound? Oh man, it was deafening. Imagine the loudest firework you've ever heard, but constant. It was a high-pitched roar that could be heard for miles. People knew exactly when Rocket Fritz was testing. The day of the big test finally arrived. A crowd gathered at the racetrack, everyone holding their breath. The rider climbed on. No helmet, no fancy gear, just a leather suit and a lot of courage. Or maybe he was just crazy. The countdown started. 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Smoke filled the air as the first rocket flared to life. The bike shot forward. It reached over 60 miles per hour in seconds. That was record-breaking for a bicycle. The bike shot forward. It reached over 60 miles per hour in seconds. That was record-breaking for a bicycle. But why did it wobble? It's all about physics. A bike is stable when you pedal, but at rocket speeds, the wheels act like giant gyroscopes. Every tiny bump in the road gets multiplied by 100. The frame starts to twist and turn until it's almost impossible to hold on. Engineers call this oscillation. It's like the bike is trying to shake itself apart. Imagine trying to balance on a vibrating plate. Stylized animation of a bicycle frame wobbling side to side violently at high speed. Red warning flashes and vibrating shake effects. And then there's the heat. Having a bunch of exploding rockets right behind your seat? Not the best for your pants. Several riders actually got singed, and the bikes were known to catch fire or even blow up mid-race. Plus, you couldn't really steer. At those speeds, even a tiny turn could send you flying off the track. And stopping? Good luck with that. Standard bike brakes were useless against rocket thrust. Yikes. Eventually, the authorities decided it was just too dangerous. They banned rocket bikes from public tracks. Because of all those dangers, the rocket bicycle never became a way to get to the grocery store. Thank goodness. But Fritz's experiments weren't for nothing. They helped scientists understand how rockets work for bigger things. Those early rocket tests eventually led to the same technology that took us to the moon, all thanks to a crazy bike. Today, you can still find some of these original rocket bikes in museums, reminding us of a time when anything seemed possible. Today, you can still find some of these original rocket bikes in museums, reminding us of a time when anything seemed possible. Today, people are still trying to go faster. Modern speed bikes look like sleek silver bullets. They don't even look like bikes anymore. These machines hit over 300 miles per hour, but they use jet engines and super strong materials Fritz could only dream of. But every time a new record is broken, we have to look back at that first brave soul who strapped a firework to his seat. Time for some rapid-fire fun facts. Did you know some rocket bikes reach nearly 200 miles per hour in modern times? Fact 2. A A rocket bike is faster than the fastest animal on Earth, the cheetah, by a huge margin. Fact 3. Some modern rocket bikes use hydrogen peroxide, the stuff people use to clean cuts, as fuel. Fact 4. Fritz von Opel's first rocket car actually had 24 rockets. Imagine that on a bike. Fact 5. Rocket-powered bicycles are still used for drag racing today, but with way better safety gear. So, what do you think? Would you ride a rocket bicycle, or is it just a bit too much whoosh for you? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more wild invention stories. Next time, we're looking at something even crazier, the invisible ship that tried to disappear. See you then.